Now, if you're clicking this video, then you're probably familiar with Summit1G, the popular streamer who originally got big on Twitch by playing CSGO and even had a short-lived competitive career.
Oh no! Summit! No!
He's been a fan favorite for a while and had some especially good years in 2016-2017 when Battle Royale games like PUBG and H1Z1 were starting to really blow up. At the time, they were a relatively new concept for mainstream gaming, and just by design, they happened to be great for streaming, especially for players like Summit who are notably talented at shooters.
Hit him again! Yeah, I got him, dude! No,
now, this was all well and good for Summit because he seemed to really enjoy playing these games, and since they were so popular, it only served to help his viewership. But here's the thing, what happens when a new game takes over and a big streamer like Summit is not really into it? If you haven't already guessed, I'm obviously talking about Fortnite. The game dominated 2018, and whether they were for it or not, most big streamers felt compelled to play it. Now, at the time, Summit was playing the game and his stream was doing great, but there was a problem. As the weeks went on and he had to keep playing the game, he got sick of it fast. Like, really sick of it.
There's gotta be a different fucking way for me to make it in the Twitch world than go down this fucking Fortnite line, man. It's the most boring shit on the fucking planet, dude. How do you guys like this game so fucking much? It's fucking bonkers, man. This game sucks fucking dick. It doesn't suck dick. Obviously, it doesn't fucking suck dick. But holy shit, man, this is not an 8-hour a day every single fucking day game, for sure. Holy fuck, man.
And this led to a lot of problems for him, because it turned streaming into a chore. He grew tired of the Battle Royale genre in its entirety, and even PUBG and H1Z1 became unenjoyable for him to play. Now, the logical average person would think, whatever bro, just play a different game if you don't like it. I mean, you get to play video games for money, so stop complaining. But look, here's the problem. Whenever Summit would stream a game that wasn't part of the Battle Royale craze, he would get a fraction of the viewers that he usually got. That might not seem like a big deal, but it can really take a toll on you when your career and livelihood suddenly appear to be sinking, and sinking fast. We see this happen with YouTubers all the time. They start to burn out really hard, and if they take a break, it seems like everything they've worked for starts to fall apart. And that applies tenfold to Twitch streamers, especially when they've set a new benchmark for success. It can make a step backwards feel much more like a free fall. For Summit, the anxiety of always having to choose between streaming content that made him unhappy or streaming content that made him a failure started to build up. And eventually it got to him and his mental health deteriorated, culminating in him taking time away from streaming. Now, I just want to take a second to point out that another big streamer, Dr. Disrespect, was having similar issues with disliking Fortnite and being fed up with the other popular games as well.
I'm so over this game. I hate this game. I cannot stand this game. It's such a corny ass game. Like, how did it ever get popular? It pisses me off. It's the biggest sellout game in the history of the video game industry. It's such a sellout, horrific gaming experience. I cannot stand Fortnite. I never could stand it, right? I tried, right? I'll put on my little face. But the reality was, I grew up playing way better video gaming experiences my entire life, and this game comes out, and all of a sudden it's the #1 thing, and look at my clip, let me tweet this out, let me tweet this out, look at this hotch. It all looks the same to me!
For the most part, he continued to stream them in spite of that, but his audience felt how unhappy he was, and it caused his viewership to dwindle anyways. But going back to Summit, after some time off he returned to streaming, but this time it was with a new priority in mind. He forewent his ego and the revenue that he could be making, and instead decided to focus on his mental health, do what makes him happy. So he started playing games that he wanted to play, not caring about how unpopular they might be. He did play the new Call of Duty a bunch when it came out, but it was also because he genuinely enjoyed it. But here's where things get interesting. In late November, following the release of a new expansion, he started regularly playing the game Sea of Thieves. At first, his viewership didn't really change all that much, but something happened and it was obvious to anybody that was tuning into his streams. He was having a fucking blast playing this game. It didn't matter that he wasn't getting the same level of viewership that he did just half a year earlier. He was having so much fun playing the game that it made his stream a joy to watch.
What is happening? Kill one, kill one.
Sword swamp, nothing.
Got him.
Dead.
I want to play a game.
Kill 3. Up top, last guy up top.
I killed him.
Let's fucking go!
Let's go.
Free Adidas, baby!
Within a month of him playing Sea of Thieves, his viewership more than doubled. While his peers were continuing to play the same Battle Royale games to diminishing returns, he was having a great time with Sea of Thieves and growing his channel rapidly as he did it. And now, at the start of 2019, he is once again reaching peak levels of viewership. But this time, he did it his own way, and his success with the game has even inspired other big streamers to give it a shot.
And to see him for almost an hour or 2 hours laying down behind a chair inside of a pirate ship, man, he knocked it out of the park. It's the best I've ever seen him play.
I think that there's a really big lesson here in how we choose to live our lives. It can sometimes feel like the only way to succeed is to do what's safe. Rely on decisions that we know will benefit us even if they make us unhappy. Whether that be the career that you choose, the type of content you make, a lifestyle that you live, or if you decide you want to go to school. No matter what the benefit is, if you aren't at least trying to do what makes you happy, then it's only a matter of time before it starts to wear you down. We only get to live one life, and time is precious. So if you can only choose one thing to do with it, choose something that makes you happy.